Hi, today's topic is, are you having a mental food? What is it, mental food? Okay, before going to talk about what is the mental food all about, let us ask this question, who am I? Who are we? Right? So the answer for me will be, who am I? The answer will be, I am a spirit having a soul living in a body. I'll repeat, I am a spirit being having a soul or a mind living in a body. So we are three in one, that is a spirit, a soul and body. Okay, and all these three require food and exercise. So here I'm going to talk about more about the mind, that is a soul. Okay, so I'm going to more about the mind. The mind also requires food and exercise. Just for you to understand, let us imagine a person is having a lot of food and no exercise. He is eating heavy, okay, and no exercise. What will happen? He'll put on weight, he'll become fat. Another person is doing a lot of exercise but no food or less food. He'll become lean, thin. So a balanced food and a balanced exercise is important. Similarly, even for our mind, we require food as well as exercise. I'm going to talk more about the mental food. The moment we hear about the mental food, the first thing strikes in our mind is how the society has trained us. Okay, the society is training us like, if you have more education, you'll be more successful and you can reach all your goals. Is it true? If that's the case, why so-called successful people or the people who are highly qualified fail in their life? Maybe on the career-wise they may be successful, but what about the relationship? What about the money management? What about the other areas of their lives? Why they still struggle, and even some people commit suicide? In fact, if you see, most of this, suicide happens everywhere, but I'm just giving an example. Some people from IIT, they commit suicide. Why? Because we are just focusing only on the formal education. I'm not trying to say formal education is not required. Yes, we do require it, but along with the formal education, there is something called as life education. And nobody is training us on that area. A formal education can get into a job. You can get into a job, that is, you can enter into a organization. But from there to grow in your career, you require leadership skills, management skills, sales skills, communication skills. There are so many other skills you require. Who is training us? Sometimes our organization conducts some programs in the name of soft skill training. Sometimes there is once in a year or twice in a year. Or we follow our seniors and do some trial and error method. Or there are some people who read some books also. But by the time you acquire everything, you're almost on the verge of retirement. Correct? Even I was a person working for a government organization for 14 years, and I was also trying to do this. In 1997, in fact, that is the time actually computers are introduced in the government organization. And many people are not aware. Many people didn't have any idea about how to operate a computer. And that's the time I took as an opportunity, and I started to learn programming and hardware in 1997. I literally mastered it. But in 2004, I realized that this is not my place, so I stepped down. And after which, I joined a Singapore company as a marketing manager. But with no experience in marketing, I was literally struggling. But again, my thought was like, who taught you computers? So I started learning my own, from the books. So why don't I learn this also? Okay, the marketing skills, the management skills, I started to learn. In fact, the company where I was, we were promoting seminars to the world-class speakers. So I had an opportunity to learn from the world-class speakers online. So I was very crazy. In fact, I was crazy on learning from these people. In fact, I used to remember whenever I used to go to my office, it will take a solid 1.5 hours to 2 hours in Bangalore traffic. And every time I'll be listening to some of the motivational messages in my car. I was literally crazy. Even so, 1.5 hours or 2 hours while going and 2 hours while coming. Again, whenever I have time, I used to listen to a lot of programs. And within 1 year, I proved myself that I'm very good into marketing. And within 2 years, I took over as a marketing director. I was heading India for the same company, and I gave almost 1000% growth in 6 months' time. And even after that, even now, I spend almost 1.5 hours to 2 hours to learn from the great gurus, the people who are really successful. So the thing is, every one of us have got 8 to 10 hours in a day. In this 8 to 10 hours, what do? Okay, either you watch some movies whenever you have free time, or you're a fan for some great stars, film stars, or you watch cricket, or you spend time somewhere else. That decides who you become. The sad part is everybody wants to become successful. But are you taking your mental food? Are you taking a mental food? Are you doing a mental exercise? In fact, the one thing which I want to share here is our education system trains us to work under people like Bill Gates, highly qualified, but where I'm working like people, okay, like people like Bill Gates, and we spend a lot of money for that. Yes, but my question is, are we paying money to learn how to become like Bill Gates? Wishing and hoping that one fine day, okay, by reading some books or watching some videos or attending some 1 or 2 programs, I'll also become an entrepreneur, I'll also become successful, or I'll also become like a person like Bill Gates. That's a very sad part. In fact, I remember when I was in the Singapore company, where we had a training program in Malaysia, and after a training program, so our MD said, like, we have arranged for a tour for the entire team to go around Malaysia. Okay, everything is paid, so we need not do anything. So there's an option, you can go there, or we also have our company's National Achievers Congress, where for 2 days all the world-class speakers are going to be available. They are going to train the business people, and most of the people who came along with me decided that they will go for a Malaysia tour, because this Malaysia, they come for the first time, including me. I gone to Malaysia in 2005 for the first time, and so everybody was keen in exploring Malaysia, the tour package. But I said, I'm here to learn, and I want to learn. So I decided I will not go for the tour, and I will be there for the National Achievers Congress. So when I went there, I used to say always during my programs that we are Asia's largest seminar organizer, but never had a time or never seen something like that. So when I entered the auditorium, to my surprise, the capacity of the hall was 8,000 people. 8,000 people. So I met my CEO and asked him, like, out of this 8,000 people, what is the fee structure? How much they pay? And I was shocked to know 30% of the people, out of this 8,000 people, 30% of the people pay close to 1 lakh rupees. I'm talking about 2005. 1 lakh rupees per person. Huh? And the remaining 70% paying close to 70,000 each for a 2-day program. And no snacks, no food. The money what they paid is only for the program. But in India, I have never seen till date this big gathering and paying so much of money for a program which can change somebody's life. Even I do get some comments from people when I talk about my training program. Can you do it for free for me? Wishing and hoping that one fine day, okay, without putting any effort, or without having a mental food or without having a mental exercise, you can become somebody successful. I'm sorry. It's very difficult, right? So if you are a person serious in your career, serious in your life, and say that, okay, yes, I want to make a difference in my life, and I want to acquire, okay, all the knowledge in my life, and whatever I am, as I said, I'm a coach, okay, and you can just see my testimonies of people whose lives have been transformed completely, and whose business have been grown to more than 1,000% growth in a very short period of time. If you're a person serious to know how we do it, and if you're a person keen on becoming a part of it, my numbers are flashing here. I'll be there to help you out. Again, if you're new to my YouTube channel, Please subscribe to YouTube channel and press the bell symbol next to that. And if you're new to my Facebook Live programs, be a part of my Facebook Live programs. And as I keep saying, share this video to as many people as you can. Again, Wilfred Stanley signing off from Rapid Mind Power. Bye. Thank you. Have a great day.